Our AI revenue will exceed all other SpaceX revenue, probably in September. Elon Musk said that to his own employees. The lead role at SpaceX is changing hands. On August 11, SpaceX posted a roughly 29-minute company update on X. Musk said two things in it. First, that AI revenue will pass every other SpaceX business as soon as September. Second, that the company must win on AI because the future is overwhelmingly AI and robots. Good morning. This is Ken. Here is the conclusion first. The lead role at SpaceX may shift from rockets to AI. That does not mean Mars is being abandoned. The infrastructure built with rockets and Starlink is being rewired to feed AI growth. That is how I read it. Something still feels odd. A rocket and satellite company now owns AI data centers. Why would AI become the largest business at a launch company? Three things will be clear today. Why capital and people are moving to AI. How Starlink and Starship connect to that AI business. And what the 10 gigawatt plan actually requires. Today's numbers mix three things: confirmed facts, Musk's own forecasts, and my analysis. The colors on screen separate them. Start with September. Here is what Musk said. Probably our AI revenue, not probably, definitely, our AI revenue will exceed all other SpaceX revenue probably in September, like next month. He added that it will significantly exceed the rest in the fourth quarter. He talked himself out of his own hedge, mid-sentence. Look at the scale of it. Second quarter revenue was $7.81 billion. AI was $2.56 billion. Connectivity was $4.29 billion, and space products were $962 million. Everything other than AI came to $5.25 billion. AI is less than half of that. He says it flips next month. Here is the part that caught my attention. On the earnings call, SpaceX said it had contracted an additional $6.7 billion of cloud services revenue. But that contract begins ramping in October, across a 6-month period. October is not September, so that contract supports the fourth quarter claim, not the September one. There is a second thing worth separating: revenue and profit. AI revenue passing. Starlink does not mean AI profit is the largest. Chips, power, and buildings all get paid for first. Watch gross margin, payback period, and who the actual customers are. Next, the 10 gigawatts. SpaceX currently runs about 1.4 gigawatts of AI compute. The goal is 10 gigawatts by the end of 2027. That is roughly 7 times today, not 10. The interim marker is more than 2 gigawatts by the end of this year. Then there is the $300 to $500 billion figure. Musk did that arithmetic out loud. The value per watt is probably going to be $30 to $50, which means if we bring 10 gigawatts of AI online by the end of next year, it will be $300 to $500 billion a year in revenue. It is a multiplication. It is not company guidance. So can 10 gigawatts actually be built? There are 5 walls: securing the power, buying enough chips, finishing construction on time, finding who rents that compute at what price, for how long, and how many years it takes to earn the money back. SpaceX itself has said it needs significantly more chips for Orbital AI than are currently available to it. Start with Starlink. There are roughly 11,000 satellites in orbit. That is more than double every other operator combined. Musk wants to grow that to 100,000. He also expects Starlink to eventually carry over 90% of global internet traffic. How does that network connect to AI? This next part is my analysis. Today, Starlink is a business that collects subscription fees. Seen differently, it is a delivery path that reaches anywhere on Earth. But that is a concept, not a service running today. Now, Starship. Musk said annual payload capacity could go from roughly 2,500 tons today to more than 1 million tons and possibly close to 10 million. He called those mind-boggling numbers and called Starship arguably the hardest thing humanity has ever tried to do. Here the frame shifts. Starship is not AI. It is the vehicle that carries AI satellites in bulk. Seen that way, the more Orbital AI works, the more launches are needed, and the more happen, the more Orbital AI exists. So what is AI in space? Musk drew a clear line. Training stays on the ground. Inference, the day-to-day running of the models, moves into orbit. The satellites that do that are called Starmind. The first one is Starmind AI-1. Inside is NVIDIA's Vera Rubin NVL72. It is the same architecture used in leading ground data centers, optimized for orbit. Musk said this is not some far future distant thing and that launches are expected to start next year. Why space at all? The answer is power. A satellite in sun-synchronous orbit receives steady sunlight. It does not depend on a terrestrial grid. This year, SpaceX asked the Federal Communications Commission for permission to deploy as many as 1 million orbital data center satellites. Back to the opening question. Is Mars being traded for AI? I do not think so. AI plays 3 roles for SpaceX. It funds Starship development, it speeds up design and manufacturing, and it becomes the intelligence inside robots working on the Moon and Mars. So the loop looks like this. AI earns, and that money builds Starship. Starship carries AI satellites in bulk. Orbital compute comes online. That AI and those robots build lunar and Martian infrastructure. AI is not competing with the multiplanetary goal. It is the accelerant for it. 3 misreadings worth avoiding. 1. The September claim is about revenue, not profit. 2. 300 to 500 billion is arithmetic that assumes 10 gigawatts is running. 3. The 99% figure is Musk describing the share of company value 4 or 5 years out. One more line needs careful handling. Musk told staff, "We're going to be training Grok on the sum total of all SpaceX information." Then he added that in a way, it will be trained on you. How that training would work was never explained. This is not a claim that employee minds get uploaded. 6 indicators to track. 1. Actual AI segment revenue. 2. Gross margin and operating income for that segment. 3. The gap between contracted value and recognized revenue. 4. How many gigawatts are actually running. 5. Whether chips and power get secured. 6. Starmind flight tests and the customers behind them. Back to the question. Whether SpaceX gets to call itself an AI company matters less than people think. What matters is whether AI investment turns into profit, and whether that profit widens the infrastructure in space. The next earnings report will show whether AI is the largest line. Let us check that together. That is all for today. If this video was useful, a like really helps. I post new videos here regularly, and if you follow along, you will have most of what matters about Tesla and SpaceX covered. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Thank you for watching, and let us keep enjoying life with Tesla.
Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.